The U.S. Pacific Command's area of responsibility extends from the west coast of the United States to a dividing line in between India and Pakistan.
It covers half the world, and that the Asia-Pacific theater extends entirely across the Pacific Ocean.
The Asia-Pacific region, as we reported, is one of the areas the Department of Defense and the Obama administration plan to focus on bolstering the nation's defense. But in this age of austerity and criticism from members of the Senate, certain members of the House question PACOM Commander Admiral Robert Willard about some of DoD's strategies they plan on employing, such as the 2006 plan to realign forces in Japan, of which some would be relocated to Guam. Virginia Congressman Randy Forbes.
What would be the impact on your ability to perform the duties that you need to perform if we were to bring especially the Marines back home to the continental United States? Because, you know, we have a lot of voices that say we ought to no longer have them forward deployed.
Our Marines are part of every contingency plan that we have. And when you consider the time distance factors in the Pacific, the largest ocean in the world, it's very important that we maintain the posture and presence forward that we do. In fact, have been asked many times, what's most important to you? And it's the forward presence within the Asia-Pacific.
Admiral Willard made it clear during Friday's hearing that Guam remains a critical part of DoD's strategy, even if troops are rotational or permanent. According to new numbers, out of the 8,000 Marines Guam was originally expected to see relocated here, we are now only expected to get about 4,700. Guam delegate Madeline Berdalio.
And I appreciate DoD's recent efforts to address local concerns about the rotational forces. However, I do remain concerned that this decision was driven primarily by concerns raised in the Senate, not this committee, as well as budgetary considerations. Can you elaborate on the strategic rationale for these proposed changes?
What is most important to me is that the forces that we have present in Guam and elsewhere are maintained at a readiness level where they can be the first responders in the region. So they have to dwell there long enough to be trained and exercised and equipped, resourced, and engaging on a fairly continuous basis. So the duration with which they are present in Guam matters to me. And the work, the ability to lift those Marines or other forces where they can do the most good matters to me as well.
The Congresswoman, meanwhile, says she will continue to work with DoD as the negotiations between the U.S. and Japan are finalized to ensure that the revised realignment plan is beneficial to our civilian and military communities.